If you want more FIFA content from me, I'm now uploading exclusive videos to Patreon. The link for that is down below. And if you want to avoid the random lottery that is FIFA points, you can go straight to the source with u7buy.com. And of course, you can use the code TVM at checkout to get yourself a discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another player review. I'm a little bit late to it, but to be fair, I wasn't actually planning on reviewing him in the first place, but I've changed my mind because I decided to do it on the Road to Glory. If you haven't checked that out, please do so. Now, my initial thought was I was just going to get him because of the 5-star. He'd be decent, and I'd have a little bit of fun with him. But as you can see, after 5 games, I have felt it necessary to make a video just to show you how good he is, at least for me. I'm really enjoying this card. He is probably, and in fact I'm going to say it, he's my favourite left back in FIFA 20. Now, is it possible to have a favourite left back? Yeah, well, of course it is, but there aren't that many left backs you'll go, oh yeah, he's my favourite because he's fantastic. I've got a player moments like Kenny Lala right back, and he's good, and I've got Trent and Bellerin and all the rest of it, but I don't really have fun with them. They just do a good job, Amavi, on the other hand, does a good job, but also I have a lot of fun with him because he's got very good dribbling, he's got a low centre of gravity, he's quick, and of course he has 5-star skills, and that 5-star weak foot really helps him out a lot too. So, with that being said, let's run through some of the stats and maybe you can understand why I like the card so much. It's not the cheapest, by the way. 125,000 coins for an 86 rated left back is very, very steep. However, I think there's a what's the word I'm looking for? A logic behind it, I guess, a method behind it. 90 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, very good shot power and decent long shots for an 86 rated left back. 80 long shots can be improved upon if you really wish to do so. I think that should be left alone, though, in my opinion. I think there's definitely other things that you need to be hitting. Of course, that's why we've got the backbone in there. But 86 short passing, terrible vision really at 72. Really good crossing, though, 89, which helped considering my striker, which you'll see in a second. Agility 88, balance 90, reactions 88, ball controls 85. Then the dribbling, unfortunately, is only 80, and the composure is absolutely abysmal at 74. That, to me, doesn't matter because composure for me doesn't do anything. I don't believe it does, but each to their own. Now, with that being said, we've got relatively good defensive stats. 87 stand tackle, 91 slide tackle, 86 interceptions, but unfortunately his defensive awareness does lack and is down there at 75. You've got great physicals as well. Now, of course, like I said, I do have the backbone on him. The reason I wanted the backbone, I might start doing this more often, the powerhouse was what I was looking at, right? But the powerhouse, although it gives a bigger boost to short passing, we'd only get a +3 anyway because he's got 96 short passing, so the +3 would be 99. But I didn't really feel like that was necessary. You get an extra 5 in long passing, which is all well and good, but with the backbone, you get 2 less stand tackle, but you also get a +5 in heading accuracy. So, whereas the stand tackle is almost 99 anyway, I didn't see the point in not boosting it. And then, of course, we do get a 5 strength, 5 jumping. So we can improve that heading exponentially and turn this guy into a 92 rated left back. And, okay, that might not be quote-unquote endgame. You might want to upgrade over time. I have the Footmus Mendy, Footmus Roussillon. I've got a red Robertson. Not that I'm flexing, although I kind of am, but at the same time, my point is I've got those 3 left backs, and I still completed Amavi because I felt like there was an improvement there over those other cards. Now, I'm not to say that he's a better complete defender than Mendy is, because he's not. But, with that being said, Mendy can't do this. I am an advocate of skill moves. Now, I don't necessarily know how to do all of them. I can't do them all very well, but I like to try my best to use them. So to have a 5-star skiller in an unorthodox area of the pitch, shall we say, is a little bit of fun, because it means that when we pick the ball up in a left back position and we feel the need to not show off but just sort of showboat a little bit, I guess, we can do that. As you can see, he's made 2 of those types of challenges where he catches up to the attacker Gets his body between the man and the ball, uses a little bit of strength, and that's what I'm talking about. That's not showing off because the game's only 2-1. That's a little bit of a showboat. It's unnecessary, but it looks amazing. And to be fair, I mean, the guy scored not from that incident, but or instance, but yeah, he did get his goal back, so he was a very good opponent. I shouldn't have been showboating as much as I was against this guy, but my point is that I don't really care what happens in rivals games, unless of course I'm going for an objective, but I don't really care if I win or lose. All I care about is I'm having fun while playing. And with Amavi having those skills, having the dribbling ability that he does, and of course having that strength, because 85 strength and 5-star skills, even if you are 5'9", which is what he is, it's still really effective. And you can muscle off a few people, even if you do end up getting caught by using the skill move. He is very, very effective. Now, I can hear a lot of you screaming, well, I don't use skills, so what are we saying? Is he actually good? Is he worth me getting? I don't know how to do any of these skills. I don't want to know how to do any of these skills. I just want to play the game, and I want to know if he can defend. The short answer is, well, yes he can. I've shown you evidence that he is more than capable of making a challenge, but obviously I'm showing you more evidence of his desire to get forward. He does have a high attacking work rate and a medium defensive, so that will obviously not put him in a good state to come back and help out an awful lot. If you have stay back while attacking on your fullbacks, which I don't, I use overlap. If you have stay back while attacking, then I'm sure that will suppress a little bit of the high attacking work rate, but I wouldn't bank on it too much. I just love players who can do this sort of thing, you know, like players who can just flick it over attackers' heads, and that gives me a little bit of confidence, and it also demoralizes my opponent. If I'm flicking the ball over my opponent's attackers with my fullback, imagine what that does to you. Like if you're playing against someone and you know how to use the odd skill move, you don't really pop them out that often. Maybe you use a ball roll or heel to heel or whatever it may be, but you don't really do it that often. And then your opponent is literally flicking the ball over your attackers' heads with their left back. Like you'd be thinking to yourself, oh my god, this guy is a nightmare. I hate people like this. And I think that as well. Like if I play against people who start popping out skill moves and they're successful in the first 3 or 4 skill moves that they do, that sort of instantly makes me think, right, well, this guy knows how to play the game. This guy has taken the time to learn these skills, so he knows, you know, he's an experienced player. And that instantly makes me think, right, well, I'm in for a game. And that can put me off. And I'm not saying that that's why you need to get Amavi and learn how to do all the skill moves, but it definitely helps, or it's effective, if you will. Now, can he defend? Yes, he can. He's very, very capable in that regard. So with regards to the chem style, of course, with the backbone, we take him up to 99 slide tackle, 97 stand tackle, 85 defensive awareness, which is massive because that is a jump of 10. Now, his medium defensive work rate will cost you positions time and time again. So you can see in a lot of the games I'm actually conceding goals. Thankfully, and I don't mind admitting this, he was only at fault once. And that was more my fault than his fault because I took him out of position. You know, like most of the clips you've seen, they're either me tracking back and making a challenge with him, or they're me running forward and taking people on. Well, in one instance where he ran forward, took people on, he passed the ball off, and that pass wasn't quite good enough. It was intercepted, and then all of a sudden there's a gap at left back. But that's my fault for taking him forward in the first place, because without me dragging him forward and trying to get these skills and just dancing around people, there wouldn't have been that gap, you know? So just bear that in mind, that if you do go on a run with him, he's not going to bust a gut to get back because he has a medium defensive work rate. So a lot of people out there won't play overlapping fullbacks anyway. I do it to basically overload up top, you know, like I would rather have a more menacing attack than a pristine defense. You know, I'd rather be able to score 5 than concede 4. You know, it's always one of those, I'd rather score more than my opponent, even if the game does finish 7-6. His vision isn't very good either, so we've boosted a little bit with the backbone, but it's still only 77. So when you're passing, you have to make sure that you're not trying, you know, 20, 30, 40 yard balls. Whether it be in the air or on the ground, you have to keep it simple. He has very good short passing, 96 with a chem style. Yeah, just try and keep it simple. Absolutely meta. He is 100%. He's very, very quick. He's agile. He's got good ball control. He's got the skills. He is meta for sure. But he is firmly a Class 2 player. He's not in the top 1% or top 10%, I should say, of players in this game. That's not to say that he's not good, because I definitely think he's worth it. If you've got a team he fits into, unless you've got an icon left back or just, I don't even know what left back in the game would be better than Amavi, to be fair. But yeah, he's an underrated player. A lot of people have praised him, but a lot of people have given him stick for the price. I actually think, having used him, I can more than justify that price tag. Especially if you've done a few upgrades and you have a few high-rated cards in your club. Let me know what you think of Amavi in the comments section down below. If you have enjoyed this review though, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index, the game changed. Download the app now.